All right, I'm going to show you how to program a TI calculator to do the quadratic formula. So this is a program, so we're going to first push the button program. Now I've got a few formulas in here already. I'm going to add a new one, and I got to name it, so I'm going to call it quad form. So I got to find, it's already saying A for letters, so all I have to do is type the letters. Just got to find them. Q, where's U? U, A, D, F, O, R, M. You can use a shorter name if you want. Quad form. Enter. When I press enter, I get a new line of code. This is programming code. So we're going to do, first thing we need to know for the quadratic formula, the calculator needs to know what our quadratic equation is. It needs to know the A, the B, and the C. So I'm going to go to push the program button, and it says these are control things that do loops and whatever. This is input and output, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to input something, but I'm going to use a special command on the calculator called prompt. So if I select prompt, it says then, okay, prompt for what? And if I type in alpha A, the program will stop at A and say, okay, question mark, what is your A? But I want to ask for A and B and C, so I'm going to press comma. Comma is right here, and then alpha B, comma, alpha C. So this is going to tell the calculator, when somebody runs this program, stop and ask for A, ask for B, and ask for C. As soon as it asks for them, I have everything I need to know for the quadratic formula. So I just have to tell the calculator now, tell us the answer. So I'm going to hit program, output, and it's called display. And I want it to display, and I'm going to have to type the quadratic formula. And it's a little bit messy and a little bit long. So I have a numerator and a denominator. So I'm going to start my numerator with parenthesis. Opposite of B plus, I know it's plus or minus, so I'm going to have to write this twice, once with a plus and once with a minus, plus the square root of alpha B squared minus 4 alpha A alpha C. Now you notice it started the square root with a parenthesis, so this parenthesis closes the square root, and then I have to have another one to close the numerator, divided by, and then I have to put the 2a together, so I have to go parenthesis 2 alpha A. And then I'm going to type that all again, except with a minus there. Program, input, output, display, parenthesis, opposite of B, minus, now don't get mixed up here. There's the opposite button and the subtract button. This is the subtract button. In front of the B is the opposite button. Subtract the square root of B squared minus 4 alpha A alpha C. Close the square root, close the numerator, divided by, open parenthesis, 2 alpha A, close parenthesis. I'm done, so I'm going to quit. That's second mode. Now if I go to Program, come down to Quad Form and press Execute Quadratic Formula, press Enter, and it brings that, is that what you want to do? And I say yes by pressing Enter. It says, what's your A? Well, I'll do one that I know. I'm going to put 1, 2, 1, and the answer should be 1 and 1. Oh, negative 1 and negative 1. Let's try another one. Enter. A 1. Let's do 3, 2. And there's the two answers. Now, if I do one that doesn't have real answers, 1, 2, 3, oops, program, quad form, enter 1, 2, 3. If your calculator mode is in A plus BI instead of just real answers, it'll actually give you the complex ones. -1 plus, that's the square root of 2i, and -1 minus the square root of 2i. I recognize those decimals, but even if you don't, that's the decimal answer for the complex answers. Okay? Now, if the mode was in real, if I press enter and make it real, so I can quit, and I press enter to bring back my formula, and I did 1, 2, 3, it'll tell me non-real answers. I'd have to be I'm in the real mode. If I have to change it to the complex mode to be able to do the 1, 2, 3 and get the complex answers. Okay.